I want to welcome all our viewers in the United States and around the world. I'm James Pierre, and welcome to a special show. I call it special because we are talking with someone very special, not only in the Haitian community, but someone that is using his talents, his skills to help you with your therapy every day. What I'm talking about? I'm talking about music. And to talk about music, we are welcoming someone, a composer, artist, singer, and I don't know what else he doesn't do because in studio he plays almost every single instrument. Sanders, thank you so much for being here with us, brother.
Oh my God, man! Hey, James, I thank you not only for this very detailed and warm welcome, very well presented, and also, man, I thank you for inviting me here, man. It's a blessing to be here. The minute we met each other, we clicked right away. We connected on a spiritual level right away.
Yes.
And I'm happy to be here, man. I feel like, it's this is destiny, man. So I'm happy to see you, and I'm happy to see everyone, man.
Should I add your positivity is really contagious as well? I forget to add in the whole titles that you also model, you also fitness trainer. What else you don't do?
Man,
motivational speaker. Everywhere I meet you, you always sharing positivity. You always have a word of encouragement for others. That is something that is dear to you. Besides your talents as as an artist, as someone very popular, but you also someone that is full of light, always sharing kind words with people. This is who you are that people sometimes they don't know.
Yes, most definitely, man. And I think it's also a gift, man. I think it was given to me to just, why not, man? Why would you be so powerful and not share your power and share your positivity with people, who are open to growing and are open to to elevate? Why not? That's what we're here for. So anywhere I go and I see that somebody is open to receive, I give, man. Wow. That's what it's about, man.
I think this interview will be very emotional because we know each other for a long time and we always talk about life. Yeah. As a public figure, people will see Sanders as, extrovert. But I'm seeing you as a very introvert person. When you're dealing with problems, you just isolate yourself. You go on your corner, spend more time in your studio, you disappear.
Yeah. I mean that's a typical alpha male trait. I'm very discreet. I'm a very reserved person in reality. When people see me on the stage and I'm jumping, I'm giving that energy. That's not even myself because I don't even know what I'm doing. Wow. But in real life, behind closed doors, I'm a very reserved person, and I protect my energy a lot because, it's something very dear to me. I protect it so that it doesn't, get rubbed off of anything that's not supposed to, be around it. So in real life, I'm really to myself, but when I'm out there on the job, that my job is to give the energy. So I'm giving it. Wow. But inside it's a complete it's a complete different thing. So yeah, I'm a very reserved kind of guy, man.
Yeah. We'll talk more about your talent. We'll talk more about stage, about music, which is the center of your life. But I want my audience to know a little bit more about you. Tell us about your upbringing, where you grew up,
and
your life as a child.
I think I've had a pretty fortunate but also interesting childhood and upbringing, I would say. Born and raised in Port-au-Prince, Haiti, man. Born and raised in Port-au-Prince, Haiti, from both parents from the south of Haiti, from Okai. Both parents from Okai. Born and raised in Port-au-Prince, went to school in Haiti, did all of my upbringing right here in Port-au-Prince, went to Saint Gonzague, Saint Jean l'Evangeliste, Catholic school.
Yeah.
All boys, all my life in Haiti, all boys Catholic school. That was my upbringing. And then ever since I was a kid, my passion was always soccer. At 5 years old, I was on the field playing soccer. I grew up basically playing soccer. Every school I get into my team, into my school's team, always participating and always being a teammate. And that's where I learned how to be a teammate from school, from upbringing. I grew up around a bunch of other boys where, we're in a team. I gotta look out for you. You gotta look out for me. If you make a mistake, I stick up for you. If I make a mistake, you stick up for me. So it's right here. It's up here, man.
Wow. A passion for soccer was
Yeah.
switched to music.
And then it just switched to music because when I discovered the attachment that I had for music, I realized that even before I learned how to pick up an instrument, music was already in my head. Because as I grew up, I'm remembering songs that I knew since I was 4 or 5 years old. I'm like, how did I remember this melody? It's been so long. Like, I wasn't even aware of what I was doing. How could I remember something from so long? So music was already in my head, and that's why I'm one of those types of musician that don't think with my fingers. I think the music comes from up here first before it reaches the vocal, before it reaches the hands, before it reaches the feet. It's from up here. So I'm one of those musicians that think from up here first, and then it reaches the rest of my body.
Yeah. Childhood, we stay in there. Talk about there were some ups and downs, but that's what life is about.
Definitely.
Talk about the relationship with
Definitely.
your parents.
Oh yeah,
your dad.
of course, upbringing in Haiti. So, of course, you're gonna have strict parents. Of course, you're gonna have parents that are not gonna, the typical Haitian parent who doesn't want his kid to be a musician. Of course, you got to fight with that all the time. Once I
How
started,
was the fight?
it was a big fight, man. It was a big, big, big fight. I remember. Because once I started shifting my passion and all of my love towards music, my academic skills started going down because I was always top of my class. So once I switched to music, I started going down academically. So my parents didn't like that because the music was taking away from my school focus. Oh man, I got to a point where my mom locked all of my instruments, guitar, mic, everything away from me. She deprived me from playing music at all in the house because I wasn't focused in school, and it was a big challenge. That's probably one of the biggest challenges I'd had to face growing up.
Because somehow your mind is trying to please your parents to get the academic grade.
Exactly.
But your heart
My heart
was
is
dear to music.
It's in the music, man. My heart is in the music. So it was a big challenge until, for years, I think for about 5 to 6 years, it was a challenge. My parents did. One time I got locked out the house, man, for going to a rehearsal. I went to a rehearsal, and I'm a kid, 17 years old, and they're dropping me back at home, and I'm putting my key in the lock, and I'm trying to open the door, go look early.
Yeah.
I'm locked out.
Yeah.
My mom locked me out the house
Wow.
for going to a rehearsal.
Sender, stay with us. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll talk about that story. An amazing conversation with a genius. I call him, yes, a genius, because once you get to know him, you will understand how he's using all his skills into music, but also into life to have a different perspective about him. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Miami-Dade College has career paths in anything you want to be. What's your story? Be global. Be cutting edge. Be inventive. Be investigative. Be a hero. What do you want to be? Be the best. Be you. Be MDC.
Welcome back. Our conversation continues with the one and only Sanders. We'll talk more about his struggles, his challenges at a very early age in Haiti. Before we talk now about him as the international Sanders. The story you were telling me, very deep, right?
Yeah,
you had very troubling moments with your mom, especially your daddy, but your
She didn't
mom
want that. She
liked
didn't
you outside. Tell me about the process, how you get to found a common ground, peace with your mom, so she can understand this is your passion, music. And at the same time, Mom, I still need your support because you are my mother.
I think the first thing that happened, it was one day there was an event at school. And, me and some of the boys in school, we put together a little band, right?
Yeah.
And then there's a big event at school. It was called Journée Familiale Saint-Louisienne.
Yeah.
Right? And then we put together our little band. And then we got on stage, man. My first time getting on stage. We got on stage and we performed, and there were parents there because, it's a journée familiale, so kids come with all their parents, sisters, brothers, everybody. And then my mom wasn't there. She was busy. And then after, she picked me up from the event, went home, whatever. And then she got a call from another parent. She got a call from another parent saying, "Oh my God, Mud, your son was so amazing. You have a genius in your hands." And my mom walked out the room and she gave me a big hug, like, I said, "What's going on? What?" I said, "What?" She's like, "Oh my God, I'm so proud of you." Yeah, that was the first thing that happened. And that's when she started kind of like, easing up on me. And then when I started, when I started really just, giving myself out there, more people started calling. And she started getting, being recognized at places because, last name, Solon, Solon, Solon.
Yes.
So anytime she goes somewhere, "What are you for Sanders Solon?" I'm his mom.
Yes. And
So
now the
now,
crowd,
oh
the
my
whole
God,
thing
she starts
come
being
out.
so proud of me because people outside in the streets, she goes anywhere, she uses my name now, So yeah, so that's when, and guess what? When we transitioned to here now, when I moved, for school, typical story. You leave Haiti at an early age to come here to go to college because it's a better opportunity
Yes.
here, get a better education, and then you end up staying.
Yes, yes.
So yeah, when I moved here, same thing, playing music, just giving myself out there, and yeah, man.
People see Sanders as a brave man. You work out tough, but they don't see the sensitive Sanders
Soft
in you,
spot.
the soft spot. Tell me how you dealt with grief. When you lost your parent, it was a very difficult moment for you.
I mean,
How did you cope?
Coping, I'm still coping because grief is not something that, it doesn't end. Grief doesn't end, There are different stages of grief, you get to a more acceptance stage when you're grieving, but grief is, you never stop grieving. So, maybe now, 6, 7 years later, I'm at a point where I'm accepting,
Yeah.
but I think that right now I'm in a better place compared to, where I was when it first happened, because now I feel like she's a guardian angel and she's with me everywhere. And anytime I'm in any type of, trouble or trauma or anything that I'm going through, she's going to be the first, spirit that I call on. And I feel like now that she's in a better place, she's even closer to me now.
Yeah.
Because when she was alive, sometimes I'll spend a week without calling my mom. And I used to have remorse, and I used to be, I used to kill myself for not talking to my mom for a week, because now, I need her. But then now, years later, I'm in a much better place because I know that she's always here, and I know that when I need her, she's always gonna be there for me. So yeah, man, grief, there are different stages. It's never gonna be easy, but once you understand, certain levels of spirituality and, connection and chemistry, then you get to a point where you accept and you're okay and you deal with it, you live with it.
In our community, there's always a saying, garçon pas crier, men don't
Yeah,
cry. But they don't understand that.
We're
you
humans.
and I, we're human. We all cry.
We have a flesh, we have a flesh. There's blood flowing in our body, so of course we have feelings. If you pinch me, I'm gonna feel it. If it's a pain feeling, if it's a painful feeling, man, you know what happens when we get pain? We cry.
Yeah.
Everybody cries, man.
You and I would talk a lot about spirituality.
Yeah.
You're a very spiritual person.
Very.
You strongly believe that that's the inner force that driving us.
Yeah.
Years ago, you had a terrible accident, and you learned from that to be better today.
That was a
Tell
life
us
changer.
about the life-changing experience.
Oh, that was life changing, and again, man, who would have thought that I would say I'm grateful for that experience, because the person that I am today compared to 3 years ago, oh man, it's a world of differences, man, because I consider myself as a much more humble man now, and I see life a completely different way because I've faced the other side before. I faced the other side like right in front of my eyes. So now I understand that life is a blessing. I understand more that it's a privilege to have this, air that we're breathing, and to not take it for granted, and to always work to be better each and every day. If it weren't for that experience, I probably would, I probably wouldn't be where I'm at today, mentally.
And this is a constant reminder every time you feel
Every
that you need
single
to go
day.
down, that
And,
you have
and,
to keep
and, and you
pushing.
know what's funny? People don't understand that with the type of accident that I had, I'm stuck with a lifelong pain. My neck pain is not gonna go away. And I've been told that by, therapists. They're like, hey man, I'm sorry to say it to you, but it's never gonna go away. You're gonna stay with this for life. So this now, the way I'm at with it 3 years later, it's a constant reminder. Because sometimes I'll sit, do nothing for too long or do something for too long, and it starts hurting. I'm like, okay, yeah, chill out, So it's like that's my alarm right there, right here in that neck. That's my alarm right there. To take it easy.
Stand there, stay with us. We're going to take a last break. Very emotional conversation with our dear Sanders Solon, doing great things in the community, a singer. But we want to dig deeper into his life so you can understand the person that you are admiring, what's inside, and the fuel, the passion that is carrying it on a daily basis to be better every day. We'll be right back.
Miami-Dade College has career paths in anything you want to be. What's your story? Be global. Be cutting edge. Be inventive. Be investigative. Be a hero. What do you want to be? Be the best. Be you. Be MDC.
Welcome back to our last segment with our dear Sanders. Sanders, I'm so grateful to have that amazing conversation with you here on a platform, because most of the time in our community, they see us, they see the skills, but they don't see the person.
They don't see the person, man. And I also, I don't think there's a better person I could have had this conversation with other than you, man, because we connect on that level. So I don't see anybody else I could have had this type of conversation with besides yourself, man. So thank you, man. Thank you again, man.
Thank you so much. You and I, we grew up in a culture where they installed in us as men a high level of ego. It's tough to forgive. Like, you did this to me, then guess what? In order for me to earn the respect, I have to do 3 times, 4 times the amount to you.
Pound for pound.
But as we are growing up, we understand the highest power installed in us, also teaching us every day that we have to forgive. And we cannot be spiritual elements to God if we do not learn how to forgive.
Exactly.
You had an experience with Harmonic. Now you have your own band. A song that touched my soul so much for the past 3 or 4 months is Silas, Silence, where you express the highest power. You learn how to stay quiet and to forgive. Where did you find the strength to forgive, even if it hurts?
Growth, man. Through growth, man. It's growth in a lot of prayers, a lot of meditation. It requires a lot of alone time and big sacrifices, because there are certain things that you're going through. You have to be self-centered. You have to be a soul spirit, because in order for you to receive the energy that needs to get to you, for you to be that body, to relay the message, you have to be by yourself. So it requires a lot of sacrifices, isolating from people, isolating from other spirits. You have to make that sacrifice.
It took you years after, you left the band, years for you almost to be in studio to isolate yourself, right? Was it like
about a year? Yeah, it took me about a
year.
year. About a year, and I had to make huge sacrifices. I'm talking about, cutting conversations with people. I'm talking about letting friends down, friends that are calling, hey, what are you doing this weekend? Let's hang out. I'm sorry, man, I can't. I'm busy putting in work, you know what I'm saying? Relationship-wise, can't work out because I'm too busy, I'm too focused on this. You don't have time for me, I'm sorry, man.
if you allow me to reveal some inner stories after you left the band, there were tough times, tough conversations, because you have friends in common, right? Telling you lies, probably they heard.
Oh yeah, a lot. Yeah,
Things that you know that it's not who you are, but they try to portray who you are. There were moments in studio, frustrations came in. You try to find songs, you try to justify who you are. Tears in between for you to say, let me stay quiet and let me let music speak for me.
Just do its work. Yeah, because I believe, that's what I believe in. I'm a hard worker, and I believe in hard work. So I said to myself, hey man, listen, as long as you put the energy, rather than entertaining the negativity or entertaining what's not worth entertaining, take that energy and put it towards something positive. Put in the work. Do what you do best, and just let it out there and just let it speak for you. That's it, man.
A new road, a new adventure.
Yeah.
Mood Band. Take us back to the conception of that great little baby, if I want to call it.
Yeah, man. That's so far, man. My beautiful baby. I'm doing everything right now. I'm doing everything for my baby right now. So, man, how did it come about, man? Like I said before, I started working. I just started putting in the work, but it wasn't Mood, man. It was a solo project. It was just a project that I wanted to put out there because, again, what we're doing here, I wanted to show a side of me that most didn't know. I wanted to show, you know, creativity, you know, the creative side of me that, hey, man, I don't only just do this, I can do that as well. And, you know, this has been my, you know, this has been what I've been wanting to offer you. Yeah. And now it's finally the time for me to, you know, to serve it to you. And that was the idea at first. And then when I just, you know, I started sending songs to Rodney, my manager. I started sending songs to him, and he was like, yo, where were these songs? Like, what happened? Where did you have these? I'm like, yeah, brand new. They're all brand new. He's like, wow. He's like, this is like, yo, yo, I'm in. He was like, I'm in right away. He was like, I'm in, bro. I'm in.
Rodney Noel, what he represents to the community, a pillar to the Haitian community.
Oh, yeah.
Someone that really changes so many people's lives, if not even the whole Haitian community. We're talking about the festival and all the things that he does in the community.
26 years.
Someone that I have tremendous respect for. Tell me more about Rodney, you consider as a father figure.
Yeah, he's definitely, that's like a father figure to me. Always there for me. Always there for me. For the last 16, 17 years I've known him. Yeah. Always there for me, man. Always there. Like never, like he's never not there. You know, I'm on a hospital bed, first person that shows up in the hospital, Rodney. Anything happens to me, Rodney is the first person that shows up. Because, you know, I'm away from my parents. My parents live in a different state. Yeah. And he's like the closest person that I have that, you know, who's like a guardian to me. So anything that happens to me, the first person to show up is this guy.
And a lot of people, they
don't know that about him.
They don't know that part about him.
They don't know that about him.
He's a very reserved person. But as I said again, he's been changing so many people's lives in silence.
And yeah, definitely. And here's one thing I can say about Rodney. It doesn't take a regular person to be consistent to this kind of level. 26 years never goes down. Always elevating. 26 years, the best experience we've ever had in the Haitian community abroad.
Yes.
He takes us to the biggest stages, and he gives us the biggest productions. For all this time, it doesn't take a regular human being to do that. Yeah.
And
it takes somebody really special to do something like that.
His kindness and the way he approaches people, his level of professionalism as well. That's another beauty of
this is the first CEO that I've seen that answers his phone at any hour or any time of the day. You call Rodney at 1 o'clock in the morning, what's up? Or if he doesn't answer, 5 minutes later, what's up? I missed your call, son.
Wow.
Every single time.
Let's talk a bit about some of the songs of your new baby, what we call Mood.
Yeah.
You have an album out there, and I'm strongly encouraging everybody to go listen, you know.
Yes, man. Put it on your playlist on Spotify.
And there you go, good.
Put it on your playlist.
There are so many songs that I like. You have one that I call Faire Place pour moi.
Yes.
I Need Some Space. It sounds to me like, yeah, it's a lovely song, but at the same time, it's more like, I was out.
I'm moving in.
I'm moving in.
I'm moving in, okay?
You know, please create a
Make
little
some room
space
for me. Let me put in my stuff, okay?
Am I right?
Yes, sir. That's
Tell
what it
me
is,
about that
man.
song.
Man, I mean that's pretty much what it is, man. I mean but when you think about it, the passion and the love that I have for music, it's a love story, you know? So that's why I illustrated it as a love story in the song, because the love that I have for music, it's a romantic relationship between me and music. Music is my Valentine's. Look at what I'm doing today on Valentine's Day. You know? So that's why the song, you know, it's about a love relationship where I'm saying, hey man, now I feel like I'm grown and mature enough. Please make room for me to show you what I'm about. But then in reality, it's the love that I have for music that I waited 15 years to show you this side of me, man.
Wow.
I waited 15 years to finally show you that side of me, that other part, that other strength that I have that most of you don't even know.
So many songs, amazing songs, but there's another one that is, I call it my favorite, Hero.
Oh, man.
Oh my God. Hero, you and Fatima are another talented, gifted person we have in our community. What an amazing duo, you and her for Hero. When is the video coming out?
Oh, man.
I'm putting you on the spot on national TV, I know it is, but that video has to be done.
Yes, most definitely. You know, speaking about Fatima a little bit, Fatima is who I call my soul sister. Because the minute we said hello to each other, that was the instant connection. It's somebody that I've seen from afar, and she's probably seen me from afar as well, but we never, you know, throughout the years we never connected. But that first day that we connected, we got in the studio, the first day I was like, whoa, I feel it.
The connection.
I was like, wow, I feel it.
Yeah.
And she's just been my soul sister ever since. Everything that she's doing, any project she's working on.
And you as a composer, you also
I also
participated in so many songs for her, right?
a lot of her songs on.
She has Dodo.
Yes,
exactly. You don't even remember all the songs. You've been doing so many songs that you don't even remember.
I know, man. I know. Listen, man. 15 years in the business,
Wow.
and I have a really big catalog, man.
Yeah.
I have a really big catalog, but yeah, man. She's amazing, talented, extremely talented, very soulful. Very soulful. She reminds me of Sade, man. She reminds me of Sade, man.
Yes.
Yeah, very soulful. Like the melodies just come out of her naturally, and her runs are just, you know, just flawless. You know, so amazing talent, man. Amazing talent and very humble. Very humble. She never raises her voice. She's always calm, like amazing spirit. She's an amazing spirit, and that's why the minute we met, the minute we talked to each other, instant
connection is
instant. And ever since, we've just been working together nonstop.
Senders, unfortunately, we're running out of time.
Yeah,
I would
man.
love to have you back on studio to talk more, because there are so many aspects of you. I still believe that your fans, they have no idea about, and can't wait to have you back, whether in
sure, man.
studio or somewhere else, to share your story.
Hey, let's do a workout together, man.
Yes, a workout. Well, see, that's the challenge that he brings me right here on TV.
Let's do a workout
so we'll
together,
do a workout
man. Yeah.
together, and we'll talk more about life. We'll talk more about you, and we also wanted to encourage you to please keep on inspiring others, because your story is so deep and connect with so many Haitian Americans, and also to the world as well as a whole. Thank you so much.
Hey, thank you, man, and I appreciate it. Thank you for having me here, and please go put that album on your Spotify playlist, okay? It's called Silence by Mood Ben, okay? Just type in Mood Ben and Silence. Whole album is amazing. I promise you won't be disappointed, so put that on your playlist.
There we go. Now you get the message from the man himself. Senders, please follow him on all social media so you can have all updates about what he's doing, but also about his new band, Mood Band, that you can follow as well. My name is James Pierre. We'll see you next time for another episode of Let's Talk with James Pierre. Bye-bye for now.